it's not too late to file your homestead exemption. So let's do that right now. Hey, it's Jaime with Echo Real Estate Advisors. Welcome to my channel. If you're a home buyer, a home seller, an investor, or somebody that just wants to learn about real estate, this is the home for you. So don't forget to subscribe. Okay, today we're looking at homestead exemptions, but more specifically, we are going to fill one out. We're gonna fill one out in Tarrant County. I've made other videos in other counties, so if you're not in Tarrant County, assuming you're in the DFW area, like Denton County, Dallas County, Ellis County, Collin County, any other counties within the area, there is a specific video for that. So you're gonna go and check that out. All right, so we're gonna focus on Tarrant County. As I mentioned in the other videos, I do have a video specifically dedicated for homestead on why we're actually doing this, why this matters, why we don't want to forget to do this. The pain of filling out a form is real. I understand it, so we're gonna do this together. If you're in Tarrant County and have lived in the home for the first of the year, so i.e., if you purchased a home in 2019, well, you're not going to be able to file it for it. You're not going to be able to file it right now, but come 2020, since you've been living in the home January 1st of that year, then you will be able to file then. Right now, you're not necessarily able to do that because you don't meet that requirement. And we're going to go into a few more requirements here in a little bit as we go through the form and actually fill it out. So let's just jump in. All right, so we're gonna go to Tarrant County CAD. Again, we're gonna go and search for the form on the county website. If you don't live in Tarrant, then you're not gonna find well, one, you shouldn't fill out this form. You're gonna find the form, but you're not gonna find your property. So we are going to go to forms. And there seems to be a lot of forms here. We can go Control Find. And we are going to see Homestead over 65 disabled. That looks like that's the one we want. And it is editable. 2 pages. There you go. Not bad. If you're in Tarrant County, not bad at all. Collin County has a 4-pager. So there you go. You save some time. And based off of this, yeah, you are saving some time, so we're gonna breeze right through this. All right, now let's get a dummy address. Homes, Tarrant County. We're gonna use their address as the tutorial address or the dummy address or the example address. Or not. There we go. Now, although this is a commercial address, and I understand that, we're gonna treat it as a residential. We're gonna pretend that this is, now, you're gonna look for your property, very similar to what we just did. What I did was I went to search for the Tarrant County's, the appraisal district's address, so I can use that as the example. I understand it's a commercial address, so don't beat me over the head too much about that. What I want here is to get the actual information that you're gonna see on your property, but without using somebody else's property. I'm okay using the government's as the example. All right, so in this example, I'm gonna pretend it's me. We're not filing anything. This is for tutorial educational purposes, so we're gonna be okay. And we're gonna say that the address is the CAD's address. And I'm just control pasting here. The owner, owner 1, owner 2. It asked for the zip, didn't it? What was it? 76118. Okay. The account number. We're going to go to our file. I'm missing it and it's right in front of me somewhere. Here it is. Site number. Paste. There we go. Daytime phone number. So I'm just going to put, if you need some real estate services, let me know. I am a realtor. That's my office line. Date of birth, I'm not going to tell you, although it's October 13th. Then my address. So we're just going to put, there you go. Legal description. All right, the legal description is one that no one ever uses. Legal description only comes into consideration when you're selling, when you're buying, when you're requesting a survey, when you are doing something related with the government. So, or I shouldn't say government. Sounds too official. Just something when you're doing something with the county. Let's leave it at that. Oh, and it's asking for the street address. Okay, so I'm just gonna tab or press enter. And then it just asked for the street address, so I'm just gonna give them the street address. Okay, now we're deed filing information, date, volume, page, or instrument number. Deed filing information. Let's see. What do we need? Here we go. Date, volume. Yours is different. Remember, yours is different. This is a commercial and this is their address. So yours is going to be different. Yours is actually going to have some numbers here. I know this looks like it's a fake information, which they started this, so they're going to give themselves 00000. So it's normal. Or instrument number. Well, I'm going to give them all four. They only asked for three. Manufactured homes. Manufactured homes do apply for homestead exemptions. People think that they don't, but they do. So if you have a mobile home, if you have a manufactured home, you do apply. You just have to fill in some different information. For a manufactured home to qualify for a residential homestead, applicant must provide, and then you provide whatever they're asking for. In our example, we're treating this as a residential. So I encourage you, know that you can just follow these requirements and you're going to be okay. All right, marital status. Is the owner of the property a married couple, a single person, separate individuals? I'm going to say single person because I am. If separate individuals, each occupant must make application. Well, that doesn't apply because I'm not separated. Do you own and live in the property for which you are seeking exemption? Although I don't, I'm going to put yes. Again, it's educational. It's assuming that this is you, pretending to be you. On what day do you begin occupying your property? This is 2019, so I'm going to say I started occupying it last year on my birthday. What is 2018? So again here, what they're qualifying is, did you live on the property January 1st of the year that you're applying for? Are you claiming a homestead exemption of another property? We're going to put no. You can have one exemption, and needs to be your primary residence. They're gonna try to verify that here in a little bit based off of the questions that they're going to ask you. If yes, please provide the address of the other property. What happens here is most commonly if you put yes, it's because you're getting that through, let's say you sold your home in Collin County and now you need to put your address, that address here. That's typically what most people end up doing. Do you own another residential property in Texas? Yes. In my case, yes, because I have investment properties. If yes, please provide the counties and addresses of each location. So that's where you would put that. If the property is in Tarrant, the exemption must be removed and applied to this property. If not, documentation from the other appraisal, so it needs to be removed first. So you need to go and remove the homestead exemption from your property, especially if you're in Tarrant, and then apply it here. Same thing, if you're in Collin County, you need to have that proof of the homestead being removed, and now they can apply it for you. Co-op housing. So co-op housing, generally you own co-op in stock, so stock-based ownership. Do you have, so it's treated a little bit differently. Do you have an exclusive right to occupy this property because you own stock in a co-op housing corporation? In this case, no. Most people are going to go with no, but yes, there are co-ops. It's a common way of getting owning real estate, but owning stock in real estate. So it's common, but for this example, we're not using that. We're using it as a traditional residential home. If yes, state name of co-op housing corporation. So I put no, doesn't apply to us. If any portion of the property for which you are claiming a resident, is any portion of the property for which you are claiming a residence homestead exemption income producing? I'm going to put no because it's not. Now, if yours was different, then yes, you would need to put yes, and then I'm going to assume the percentage comes next. If yes, indicate the percentage of the property that is income producing. So there you go. Now get with your accountant, get with your attorney, get with somebody that is not somebody on YouTube telling you what that percentage is. You need to investigate that as well. Again, I'm not an accountant, not an attorney, real estate agent, realtor, helping you with the homestead exemption. So this is something that if you already some sort of income producing percentage in your taxes, then chances are you already know it. But if not, check with your accountant. Number of acres of an acre not to exceed 20 acres you own and occupy as your primary residence. Number of acres or fraction of an acre not to exceed 20 acres you own and occupy as your primary residence. Okay. See, the Collin County one specified the structure. Here, it doesn't really they're asking the same thing, but they ask them differently. So I'm going to take them at their word. Number of acres or fraction of an acre not to exceed 20 acres you own and occupy as your primary residence. See, I'm just going to be consistent and apply. We'll use land as the example here. All right, pursuant to tax code, you are required to furnish a copy of the following: Texas driver's license or personal identification certificate. This is whatever you have on your driver's license, whatever physical address you have there, it needs to coincide with the address that you're filing a homestead exemption for. And that wasn't always the case. A few years ago, they changed that, but this now they are requesting that you provide proof that you're actually at the address that you're saying that you're in. So you need to make sure that they match. If you just moved, make sure that you change that address to reflect it on your driver's in order to apply, or you do run the risk of your application getting denied. Section prohibits a chief appraiser from allowing a homestead addresses of the required forms match the addresses. So there you go. Please indicate that you request that the chief waive the requirement. There are certain items or certain clauses that allow you to waive that exemption, but if you don't need to even look at those, then I suggest that you update your driver's license. Now, here it is. Active duty, they will get exemptions. Holds a driver's license under transportation that. All right, so for this example, we're not going to go and seek an exemption. We're just going to provide proof that our driver's license matches the address that we're looking at. All right, circle the exemptions that apply to you. So you're not limited to just one. If this applies to you in other capacities, generally if you're a veteran, disabled, or elderly, you have some other exemptions waiting for you. So you're gonna just read through these. Some of them may apply to you, so you don't want to miss out on any exemptions that can be applicable to you. So we're going to check that, which is a general residence homestead. That's a lot of the people, that's the only one that they fill out, but there are others. Again, 65 and older, this 100% disabled veteran, surviving spouse, and then the list goes on. So I invite you to read through them at least once. This is something that you do. The homestead exemption, you don't generally have to keep filing. This is one and done. So whenever you do it now, very rarely will you have to continue updating your homestead exemption. Once it's applied, it's applied. Tax limitation exemption transfer. Place an X or check mark on the space beside the type of limitation or surviving spouse exemption transfer you seek. So we're not going to transfer any of that. And we're at the end. So all you need to do is read through here, sign your name, date it, and you're off and running. Again, it's that simple. For this example, we just went through the Tarrant County's appraisal district's physical address. Yours is going to look very similar to this, or some tiny nuances here and there that are specific to you. But this video took much longer than what it's going to take you to fill this out. I highly encourage you to check out my other video in this channel that goes into why we're doing this, how it's going to save you money with taxes. So I encourage you to check that out. Well, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Make yourself at home by sharing your opinion in the comments section down below, checking out some of my other videos, and subscribing for more valuable real estate content. If there's any way I can help you now or in the future, you know where to find me. Cheers.